Is that one of the conditions that someone may suffer when they have this syndrome of battered spouse?
Yes. I also think it is typical for victims to not reveal to other people that the abuse is going on. And it seems like denial. In other words, your coworkers ask you, like, are you okay? Did something happen to you? You're not likely to disclose that. That looks a lot like denial. It is a denial in public of some of the private issues that you're having.
She proceeded to let me know and was showing me a lot of bruises and marks. There were handprints, scratches. She even at one point had to go to the hospital.
Part of the records that you did not review were the text messages that were part of the phone extraction of her phone device, correct?
That's right.
Ooh.
Specifically, the materials you reviewed. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Paperwork from prior cases involving Mr. Torrez and Ms. Boone.
Yes,
Medical records for Mr. Torrez.
that's right.
The medical and Aspire records for Ms. Boone that we've discussed.
Yes,
The crime scene photos from the incident in February.
that's right.
Pages 1 through 413 in discovery in this case.
Right.
A photograph of a suitcase and 2 videos involving the suitcase.
That's right.
And additional videos on that phone, correct?
Yes,
Such as baseball bat smashing the TV.
that's part of it. Yes.
And then did you review any other videos where there's conversations between Ms. Boone and Mr. Torrez?
Yes.
One prior 911 call?
Yes.
Now today you had indicated that you had reviewed the photographs from some prior incidents of violence, correct?
Yes.
When is it that you did that? Is that recently?
No, there are photos included with the
Prior case packages?
case packages. Thank you. I'm not sure what to call it. So,
That's fine.
all right.
All right. And did you review any body worn camera from those prior case packages?
No, I did not. I didn't have that.
Anything else that you reviewed that I've not covered?
Are you speaking of documents only?
Yes, yes. Materials other than your 9 visits with Ms. Boone.
All right. Just checking with the
That's fine.
folders I
I
prepared
just
for
wanna make
today.
sure.
I don't know if, I guess that would be part of the discovery. The investigative report is within those 413 pages.
Did you interview anybody else personally besides Ms. Boone?
Yes.
Who else did you personally interview?
Melissa Sexton?
All right. Anybody else?
No.
I went over, sat down, talked to George. I talked to him for about 30 minutes altogether. And, you know, George had explained to me that she was actually the aggressive one. And the reason she ended up with marks is, in I'll say my perception of what he was trying to explain is that she's very hands-on, in the face, you know, dramatized in talking and explaining or fussing or whatever they might have been doing.
Right.
And I believe that because Jean, my assistant, doesn't even like to deal with her, would avoid her like the plague, because she was always drunk and she's very hands-on. There was one day, as a matter of fact, it was that same day that I talked to George by himself, she kept grabbing me by the arms to the point that I told her, I said, "You touch me one more time, we're gonna have a problem. You know, I'm either gonna contact the police or whatever we need to do, but you can't keep grabbing on me." I had asked her several times to quit touching me. And because of that, she would do the same thing to Jean, and Jean didn't like it.
Right.
So, you know, that's what he was explaining to me, is she was always the touchy one, the aggressive one, you know, not that she was hitting him, but she would be like in his face, or she might, you know, push him, or, you know, little things like that. And she would block him from coming out of the room or whatnot, and he would take her and move her. You know what I mean? And just, that's the way he had explained it to me.
Right.
She has told me, even literally to Monday, I have been told by her several occasions that he has drug her around by the hair of her head. I've been, you know, told about by neighbors. I'm sorry I don't have it anymore, but at one point a tenant actually sent us a video clip via text of them two fighting and beating on each other out in the backyard.